If one comes to call vengeance justice, such justice will only breed further vengeance.
What's up, YouTubers? It's CrownSpectro here, back here with another video for everybody. And today, I just want to talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake and my thoughts on it. Alright, I had a lot of fun playing this game. It turned out to be a lot longer than I expected. Also, heads up, if you haven't already beat the game, don't watch this video, because honestly, it's going to be a lot of spoilers, and this whole video is kind of a spoiler. So regardless, like I said before, it was a lot of fun. And the story was confusing to me personally, because I never played Final Fantasy VII before. I didn't play the original Final Fantasy VII, and I originally got into Final Fantasy by playing the city on PSP. That was like my first introduction to like the Final Fantasy series. So in general, I have indeed pretty much played with every single main character from almost all the Final Fantasy series, but I have not played their games except Final Fantasy X. I played that before, but I never beat Final Fantasy X, but I played it though. And it was a lot of fun playing this game though. And also, I take that back, I was incorrect about not knowing the lore of Final Fantasy VII. Memories. It was so long ago, when back in the days of Blockbuster, they had a Final Fantasy movie, Final Fantasy VII movie. And I'm not sure if it was like based on the Zack story, which I feel like it might have been, because this guy right here, basically, you know, Zack, I forgot his last name, he basically was like pretty much the head center of that story. And it's kind of blurry, it's been a long time. I seen it when I was like 7 years old, and I saw that Final Fantasy VII movie. I just remember the names. I remember a guy named Genesis, I remember Zack, I remember Sephiroth, I remember Angel, I think that's how you say it, Angel? Yeah, I think it's the Angel. And it's so many characters that just showed up in it. It was so fun to watch though, because at the time they were all fighting each other. It was Sephiroth versus Genesis versus Zack, and it was such an epic battle. I remember that much. And then I went a long time without ever going to learning more about Final Fantasy VII until I decided to just now play. I purchased this game back when it first released, but I just now beaten the game. Don't ask me why it took me so long. Do not ask me why. A lot of things happened. And then one day I just so happened to remember, like, yo, I got Final Fantasy VII Remake. I should play that. You know, I was wanting to play Final Fantasy VII Remake, so why not play it? And here we are, people. I played it, and it was a lot of fun. I plan on playing the Integrate. I hadn't played the little DLC Integrate yet, and that looks like a lot of fun as well. But there was like so much in this story, this game, that I've learned about the characters. I learned so much more about Cloud. Undoubtedly, Tifa was my favorite girl of the entire game, and just gotta put that out there. Aerith is good as well. I mean, Aerith is coming a close second. You know, she almost took first place. I don't know. Maybe in part 2 she can take the spot from Tifa. I don't know yet. But you know, I just had so much fun playing this game. You know, Jesse. Ah, man, I really shedded a tear playing that scene. I tried to hold it in. It might not sound like I was crying when I was doing the video, but I definitely was trying to hold back a tear from that moment, because that was a tough moment to watch. That was heartbreaking. And overall, I really love the system. I love this game. I love the world. Everything feels so alive playing this game, and the cutscenes are so amazing. They're so amazing, people. These cutscenes for Final Fantasy VII Remake, they're so amazing. Like, I couldn't get enough of them. This guy literally just lived for the cutscenes. The cutscenes were just beautiful. The world was beautiful. Even just like small dialogue cutscenes, it was just beautiful. Like, look at this. This is beautiful. Like, I played some games with some really good cutscenes, but this is by far top tier. This is top tier cutscenes, man. And this is top tier. And just like Cloud's past being the mysterious, like, just fog, you know, you don't really know Cloud's past. It's just there. It's just so much to talk about. But you know, I don't want to really stretch this video out to be too long. But for the overall though, for me, Final Fantasy VII, if I were to do it for like a 1 out of 10, it was just 10 out of 10 for me personally. 10 out of 10 for this game, man. This game's fire. Alright, if you ain't really been into a Final Fantasy person, and you ain't never played a Final Fantasy game before, then you should try this. This is a really fun game to play, and I'm looking heavily forward to part 2. Now, I did mention in some of my walkthroughs that I was gonna look up some of the lore, and I did. Alright, I did look up some of the lore. I did learn what indeed happened to Cloud, and I did find out. So I do have a good idea, but I didn't go all the way through, because I was like, I kind of want some things to remain a surprise to me. So I do know that I think after this part they're gonna go to Zack's hometown. I believe that's where they're gonna go to in part two. That's maybe where it starts off. Because now they're leaving Midgard. I'm hearing this makes also. I saw some theories, some video theories. They were talking about this maybe like a parallel world from the original Final Fantasy VII, and this is so many crazy things that's out there. I'm just looking forward to see what's gonna happen. Like I'm just waiting for part two. I'm ready to play it now. Honestly, man, it was so much a fun game. But honestly, this game is just it's such a beautiful game. It's such a beautiful game. There's so much to talk about, but I'm not gonna get too deep into it. But like I was saying, this game definitely 10 out of 10. Soundtrack amazing. The characters are amazing. I love Biggs. I love Avalanche. I love Jesse, and I love Wedge. I hope Wedge is still alive. Not sure what his fate was. Maybe the DLC tells me. But anyways, I have high hopes for the future. Hope that part two comes out soon. It doesn't take 7 years. I know it might take a while, but come on, at least 3-4 years. Please, Square Enix, please. But with that being said, folks, thanks for watching. I'm CrownSpectro. Tell me what you think. I'm Mr. Below, and what was your experience playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. I can't wait to see you guys next time. I'm CrownSpectro. See ya.